Texas makes 10% of all products manufactured in the U.S. It's a manufacturing powerhouse.
KVUE's Mike Marut joins us now here live in the studio. Mike, industry experts say Texas is knocking on the world's door.
That's right, Brian and Quita. Texas manufacturing continues to attract more and more companies, especially right here in Central Texas. But some of the companies who are already here worry the state needs to do more to accommodate that growth.
Made in Texas is a powerful global brand.
It's a very well kept secret, except when it's somebody really, really big coming, right?
Texas makes manufacturers. Some of the big names, Tesla, Dell, Samsung, call Austin home.
It's really opening Austin up to a whole nother vertical in manufacturing, I believe.
But along highways and tucked away in business parks, you can find pretty much any product being made. From electronics at East West, to furniture at PharmaSpace, to voting machines at Vertex.
The only way we can grow to the level that Texas wants to grow manufacturing is we have to get awareness out there of what the careers are and what the options are in manufacturing.
Texas is poised coming out the backside of COVID to really succeed.
According to the National Association of Manufacturers data from 2017, 17,522 manufacturers called Texas home. In 2019, right before the pandemic, the industry employed 908,000 Texans. And according to the state's comptroller's office, manufacturing made up nearly 13% of the state's economic output. For context, that's about $241 billion, bigger than the entire economy of Portugal.
24 different major industry sectors that we keep watch over.
Tony Bennett leads the Texas Association of Manufacturers. Under the umbrella of manufacturing, those 24 industry sectors range from aerospace to food and beverage to pulp and paper. But the state says the sector with the largest growth, computers and transportation, even during the pandemic. And Bennett says that advanced manufacturing will soon replace Texas's top industry for the past 100 years, oil and gas.
And oil and gas is in itself, in many of those sectors, an advanced manufacturing industry as well, don't get me wrong, but to bring in the new advanced manufacturing, and if you ignore that, you ignore it at the state's own peril.
The manufacturing industry's growth makes a boon for Texas.
We still have the space to expand. We've got a pretty strong workforce, and we have pretty good breadth.
But not without its challenges.
Housing prices are a challenge in Austin. Infrastructure is a challenge in Austin. And it's likely to get more challenging with each new incredible global headquarters that arrives here.
We still rank as the #1 state for folks to relocate to, so Texas is truly a talent magnet.
Adriana Cruz in the Texas Office of Economic Development and Tourism says companies choose Texas because of the workforce and business-friendly climate. But as more manufacturers look to move here, companies say the support system for that workforce needs to keep up.
You're going to have to get them from somewhere, or what you're going to do is you're going to end up bleeding those out of the smaller companies.
Fortunately, training programs through Austin Community College and trade schools have seen increasing demand, which is one way to ensure there are enough workers to fill the industry's growing needs.
These young people are starting to realize I need to learn this skill, this skill, this skill, and I can go make $60,000 to $90,000 a year. And I have no college debt.
So while Texas already has a foot in the door, it will take more workforce support, training, hiring, housing, and infrastructure for the Lone Star State to take the next step toward global manufacturing leadership. So, Brian Quita, we saw a lot of industries take a pretty big hit in terms of job loss and not a lot of people being able to stay employed. But manufacturing actually did relatively well. They only lost about 6% of jobs overall, and they've been steadily getting back to those pre-pandemic levels. In fact, a lot of the manufacturers here in Austin area, Central Texas, say that they're already at those pre-pandemic employment levels.
Wow. All right, let's talk about Samsung. You mentioned that a lot of people curious about what's going to happen with Taylor and Williamson County. Any news on that front?
No, Samsung is staying trademark quiet. We have not heard a lot from them over the past few months, arguably the past year, that they've been not only looking at Taylor, but Austin and a few other places around the country as well. So they've been pretty quiet about that, but of course, those areas very excited in the hopes that they can get Samsung to come in.
Definitely something we will be keeping an eye on. Mike Marut, thank you.
Thank you.